Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank. Coming up tonight, a busy fall sports calendar rolls on. In the Coach's Corner, we're joined by the leader of the third-ranked girls golf team in the state. Plus, Carmel High School swimming shines on the international stage.
People I've never talked to that come up and talk to me, so it's definitely a little weird, but I guess it comes along with going to Olympics.
We're serving up a new Zone Extra right now.
Good evening and welcome to the Zone Extra. I'm Andrew Chernoff. What a great week of high school sports action, even with the few weather disruptions out there. In the Coach's Corner, her team is having a great season on the links. Zionsville girls golf coach Maggie Nobbe joins me here in studio. Plus, Carmel welcomes home its beloved Olympic swimmers. Our Athlete of the Week segment spotlights Alex and Aaron Shackle. And IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig joins the show for the latest edition of Ask the Commissioner. Now let's take a look at this week in high school sports. Mother Nature did not play nice with football Friday night with lightning delays galore, but we still saw some good football. At Perry Meridian, the Falcons put 42 points on the board to capture their first win of the season in a victory over rival Southport. At Bishop Chatard, the Trojans extend their winning streak to 23 games with a 28-7 victory over Hanover Central. It took 2 days, but Eugene Hilton and Zionsville got their first win of the year in a win over Lawrence Central. And in another game that took place Friday and Saturday to complete, top-ranked Westfield picked up a 17-13 win over Hamilton County rival Carmel. The Rocks are now 2-0 on the season. Now let's take a look at this week's 6A football rankings. Westfield remains number 1. Crown Point is second. Brownsburg, Warren Central, and Hamilton Southeastern are third, fourth, and fifth, respectively. Let's go to the pitch where the soccer season rolls on. Central Indiana is home to several top teams in this past week. Many of those teams were part of great matchups. Last Thursday, defending 3A state champ Noblesville hosted Brebeuf. 31st minute, check out the cross from Jackson McQueenie, and Vince Cash with the great header right there puts it away. Millers lead 2-0. Move ahead, 70th minute. Off the corner, it's Quinn Johnston who scores. That's nice. Noblesville wins 5-0. Here's the top of the Class 3A boys soccer coaches poll this week. Carmel, number 1. Center Grove is second, with Noblesville rounding out the podium. Then Zionsville and Fort Wayne Carroll are 4th and 5th. In girls soccer Saturday afternoon, it was number 1 HSE going on the road to face number 2 Noblesville in a Hoosier Crossroads clash. This game scoreless until the 71st minute. Noblesville, look at that. Atlee Pittman scores. Millers lead 1-0. Just over 2 minutes remaining. Noblesville cannot clear the ball out of the box, and Sydney May finds the back of the net to tie it up. This match ends in a 1-1 draw between teams with state title ambitions. Moving to volleyball, where last Thursday Brownsburg hosted number 1 and defending state champ HSE. Set point in the first. Delaney steers with the tip right here, and Dogs take the opening set. HSE responds, though, in a resounding way. Check out this kill that gives the Royals the second set, 25-13. But hey, how about Brownsburg? Match point, 4th set. Bella DeForns serve is long, and the Dogs and HSE's 71 match winning streak. How crazy is that? With a 3-1 victory. Some state championship news from the IHSAA, as last week the organization announced a new home for this year's track and field state finals. North Central will host the boys championship on June 6th and the girls and unified championships on June 7th at the Panthers' recently renovated stadium. And starting in the 2025-26 school year, the IHSAA will add girls lacrosse as an emerging sport. The organization approved the move last week. Girls lacrosse will be the 3rd sport to go through the IHSAA emerging sports process, joining boys volleyball and girls wrestling, which both became fully recognized sports by the organization this season. Time for a break, but we have much more ahead on the Zone Extra. Up next, it's the Coach's Corner, and there she is. Her Eagles are flying high so far this season. Zionsville girls golf coach Maggie Nobbe stops by to chat about her team. And still ahead, they starred on the Olympic stage this summer. Coming up, meet Carmel siblings and swimming sensations Alex and Aaron Shackle.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank. This is the Zone Extra Coach's Corner.
And welcome back to the Zone Extra. Time now for our Coach's Corner. It's hard to believe, but the girls golf state tournament is just around the corner, and her Eagles are hoping to have a big postseason, and they're already having a great regular season. Welcome to the Zone Extra, Zionsville girls golf coach Maggie Nobbe. Maggie, appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Let's talk about your team.
Yeah.
What has it been like to coach this team that is currently ranked 3rd in the state?
Yeah. Well, we have 17 girls in the program this year, so that's been really cool to just have all of them on the team. As far as our top 5 girls, we have about 1 junior, 2 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. So a young team for sure, but they've played in a lot of tournaments and now a lot of high school golf to get them ready for this high competitive play. So that's been really good to see. Yeah.
How have they grown just over the course of this season so far?
Yeah. They've grown a lot. We've really been trying to focus on facing adversity early and seeing how they handle the adversity so that hopefully we can build confidence during those times and improve upon it.
For you, you're looking at video right now of your team. You're young. Like,
yeah.
let's face it, you were, it's ironically, the interesting part is you played at Zionsville.
Yeah.
For you to be there and coach these girls, is it still a pinch me moment now years later?
It definitely is. I can't believe it's been 5 years now. When they originally asked me, it was such a quick yes to kind of join back into the team, back in the program. I really feel like we're focusing on making this program feel like a family, you know, through middle school, high school, and even after. We still have players coming back to cheer on the current girls, and I think that's kind of what it's all about. So it's definitely the favorite, but the best decision I've ever made, and I'm definitely glad that I'm here. So
that almost is that embracing the history part of things, and you've been a part of Zionsville history, winning the state championship, being on that team back in 2018. Yeah. For you, having achieved the ultimate goal, how much easier, I guess, is it for you to sort of, hey, team, this is what you need to do to hoist the trophy at the end of the year? Yeah.
I definitely think it's a cool experience to have that under my belt, especially as a coach now. I think it helps me to kind of elaborate to the girls that it's attainable, like it's there, we can do it. And these girls have put in the work and they care so much about one another and they want it badly. So it's definitely there and they can definitely do it. So I think that's something that I can push them towards.
You took this job when you were a student at Butler. How did you balance that?
I honestly wasn't sure if I could do it at first, but immediately when I told my parents, they're like, you're taking this job no matter what. And obviously they made me choose the right decision. But everyone has been so supportive. I've had mentors in Jeff Anderson, my previous coach, as well as Steve Simmons and my very supportive athletic director, Greg Shellhouse. And they've helped me figure out how to be a coach and kind of learn the ropes early on. And now I've kind of really made it my own.
That support system is so crucial to you, but obviously you're providing a lot of support for your golfers on the team. Here's what some of the golfers had to say about learning from you.
Oh, man.
It's definitely cool to see our coach as a state champion already, and she had so much success at the Zionsville program, and she's just fun to be around and helps you out on the course, and just awesome to have her.
I've honestly loved Maggie as a coach. I mean, we're like pretty close in age, so she's really easy to get along with, and she's put so much like on the line and just like her whole life on hold to like be here for us. So I think it's really important to know like how much she's done for us, and she's just really fun, and yeah, we just all get along really well, and I'm glad that she's my coach.
What's that like to hear?
These girls, I mean, they are the reason that I come back every single year. They make it worthwhile, and I truly, every single day I'm with them, it is a blast, especially this year. These girls are so close and tight knit, and I think that's kind of what makes us special and different than other teams this year. But I mean, that means a lot. Both of those girls have just been such lights in my life, and I've enjoyed being with them.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for your Eagles, and it's tough. I mean,
Yeah.
let's look at it. It's September 7th, the Lady Bronco invite, the Brittany Kelly Memorial invite then just a few days later, and then of course it all gears up for the state tournament, which is just 2 weeks away. How do those events in particular help get you ready for the ultimate tournament?
Yeah. We're lucky to play in tournaments that include other teams that are playing at the same high level that we are. So it's fun to see how we stack up against them. It's competitive, but it's also great to see where we stand. I think we've shown that we can kind of play with anyone, but we're going to continue just getting a little bit better every single day and just focusing on what is going to get us to that point and make us the best team. And if we do that, we'll have no regrets when we get to the end. So.
And then real quick, what would it mean for you to, I know you want the team to win a state championship, but for you as a coach to help hoist that trophy, should that happen, knowing that you've hoisted it as a player?
Yeah, that would be really special. That would be something else. I actually have my dad on as my assistant coach. He's been there last couple of years, and I think it'd be really special for both of us. We've invested a lot in this program, just how much we love Zionsville and we love what this team is about. So I think that would mean a lot, and honestly, I can't fathom it at the moment.
It would be a special moment indeed. Maggie, appreciate you joining us, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Absolutely, thank you.
Time to shift gears here on the Zone Extra. It's our Athlete of the Week, or should we say Athletes of the Week. They're the Carmel siblings who showcased their swimming skills on the Olympic stage. Up next, the story of Alex and Erin Shackle. Plus, we go on campus with IU wide receiver and former Lawrence North Wildcat, Omar Cooper Jr.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. This summer was a special one for a pair of Carmel siblings as Alex and Erin Shackle. The duo was part of the United States Olympic swim team in Paris, and after the games ended, the Carmel community welcomed the Shackles back home. Danielle Zolkowski has more.
The Carmel Swim Club gave Alex and Erin Shackle a hero's welcome as they came back to Indiana after representing the United States in the Paris Olympics. Alex and Erin Shackle are a sibling swimming duo. She took home a gold and a silver medal for her participation in 2 relays. He was the only American finalist in the men's 400 meter, a highly competitive race.
The best month of my life. It was so much fun just getting to see what it's like behind the scenes, and instead of watching it on TV.
Being an Olympic final is something that almost no one gets to do, and being able to go against all those guys in the final, some of the best 400 freestylers of all time, was super cool.
For these siblings, swimming together in the Olympics was just like any other meet.
We went to junior Pan Packs together, so we already had a little bit of that experience. Yeah, proud of this guy for making the final.
Yeah, it was a super cool experience. After I was done getting to watch her swim and win 2 medals was super cool.
Alex Shackle just started her senior year of high school. Despite all the excitement, she was a well-adjusted and normal teen.
A lot of them follow me on Instagram and stuff, and like people I've never talked to that come up and talk to me, so it's definitely a little weird, but I guess it comes along with going to the Olympics.
Alex has taken her new status as role model to young swimmers in stride.
I remember when I was younger and I would see an Olympian in person, I'd be like starstruck. So being like the Olympian now is like really weird, but also like I want these kids to know like they can do it too.
The pair says their goal is to continue to train until they can potentially qualify for the LA Olympics. I'm Danielle Zolkowski for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook for updates.
Thanks, Danielle. Time for a break, but more still to come on the Zone Extra, including our Ask the Commissioner segment, and we preview a busy week 3 of high school football tomorrow night with our game plan for the Zone.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Old National Bank.
Welcome back to the Zone Extra. Now it's time to go on campus where we catch up with a former Central Indiana high school athlete at the collegiate level. Now last Saturday was the start of year 3 at IU for former Lawrence North standout Omar Cooper Jr. In the Hoosiers' Week 1 win over FIU, Cooper had 3 catches and led the team in receiving yards with 45. Cooper saw limited playing time early in his IU career, but his expanded role last season after it progressed, and Cooper says he's ready to embrace the increased workload and expectations.
I think my confidence. Last year, at first I wasn't playing as much, so my confidence got pretty low. And so this spring, coming into the year, I was just focusing on that and just trying to get better with that each and every day. And so that's something that will help me with my role, and then just playing as hard as I can.
Now, one of our favorite parts of covering high school sports is the passion of both the players and the fans. The school spirit we see incredible, and each fall we award the prestigious Zone banner to the school with the best spirit. Take a look at some of the best from the past week.
Back to back, 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 back to back.
Back to back indeed. Chittard looking to go back to back, but look at this from Fishers last week. This huge banner in the student section. The Tigers showing us that they really want to win the banner for the first time. How awesome is that? Now, this is what the students are competing for. The Zone Championship banner presented by Crew Car Wash and Bailey and Wood Mortgage Lender. We're giving this huge banner to the school that is in the zone and has the best school spirit. Who's going to be the 2024 champs and claim the undisputed Top Spirit Award and this awesome banner to hang up at your school at the end of the year? We will find out in November. The competition is fierce. Now it's time for Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and bring you his answer. Here is this week's question. With the new season upon us, what are you most excited about when it comes to high school sports this year?
Well, you know, the thing that I'm always excited about is the community aspect of sport. First of all, student athletes get a short period of time in life that they get to participate for the school that they've grown up with, watched the former athletes play for many years, and they're part of the fabric of those communities. And when those communities come together, no matter what the sport is, to celebrate participation and this group of student athletes participating for their alma mater or their school, that's a special time for me because I know how important it is for these student athletes and this experience that they get for the rest of their lives. And that's one thing that just allowed me to do the things that I've done in life, and so many of my friends and so many people. And again, protection of that high school experience is so important. And I think that's what I enjoy. That's what I want to do. That's what I think is really important about high school sports. And I think that's what makes Indiana a special place.
Thanks again to the commissioner for joining us. Here is how you can submit questions. Just send us a tweet using the hashtags #TheZoneExtra and #TheCommish, and your question could be used on a future show. And MyNDTV is your local home for high school sports. Coming up tomorrow night, we've got a good one for the MIC. And also you can see that game of the week and get the score at least on our new All Indiana Sports app for the best high school sports coverage. Scan that QR code, download the app, and it's convenient when you're at games on Friday nights because you can check out some of the scores that are happening across the state. The All Indiana Sports app, free when you download. Of course, tomorrow is a big night of high school football across central Indiana. AC will host our Zone tailgate live from Roncalli High School. We'll be with the Royals at 5 and 6 o'clock. Plus, we will have scores and highlights from 22 games on the Zone tomorrow night starting at 11:08. So let's take a look at some of the other games that we'll be covering tomorrow on the Zone. Hamilton Southeastern versus Avon. Mooresville versus Plainfield. Center Grove gets a tough test against Trinity down in Louisville. Brownsburg faces off against Franklin Central. And then you see right there Noblesville versus Fishers. Will the student section at Fishers have another banner? I guess we will find out. That's going to do it for us tonight on the Zone Extra. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in again next Thursday night for a brand new episode. We will see you tomorrow night at 11:08, though, on The Zone. For even more Central Indiana high school sports coverage, check out the All Indiana Sports app or wishtv.com. Have a great rest of your night.